Hey Libra, thanks so much for checking out your special past life reading, your soul story. This is relevant to Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, South Node, and anybody else guided here to this video. So thank you all for helping me to reach 2,000 subscribers. Sending you all much love, light, and gratitude. So Libra, I have created this spread myself, and it's going to take me about 4 minutes to lay out the spread, so I will timestamp in the description. So bear with me as I lay out the cards and explain. I've also asked to connect with a past life that will bring forward the most information, understanding, and healing as it relates to this lifetime. So the first card is going to connect with your soul essence energy in this past lifetime. So then we're going to look at the past life purpose, power, and energy to embrace and also to let go and release. So we're looking at the shadow and light aspects of this card here. So now we want to look at what was the life purpose or the soul lesson in this lifetime, in this past lifetime. Now we're looking at this life purpose relative to this past lifetime. Okay guys, so in the next line of cards, we're going to get the energy of the experience that most affected you in this lifetime. My deck is upside down. The experience that most affected you in this past lifetime. Then with not this card, they're saying, okay, the energy that most helped you in this past lifetime, and then what lesson you learned from what helped you and what affected you. Okay guys, so next we're going to look at the soul essence in this lifetime. Okay, what is the soul lesson in this lifetime? And then we're going to look at the life purpose in this lifetime. Okay, my beautiful Libras, and the last card is a message from your higher self from the Talking to Heaven Oracle deck. So a message from your higher self relevant to the past life energy here and this life. Okay, so reading is going to be starting at 4 minutes. Yes, guys. So absolutely, let's get into this video, into the reading, and see what the energies are coming out. So your soul essence is the King of Michael. So Libra, this is Libra energy. So you may very well have had Libra as a South Node, or you were a air sign in this lifetime. So the King of Michael represents decisions that are based on logic and reason over emotion. It can represent somebody who is emotionally detached, or has the ability to emotionally detach when the situation is called for. So this is somebody who is very principled, rational, ambitious, and respected. So this can be a person that had authority. They worked in the legal system, law enforcement, the military, a judge. They were somebody who was very much respected in their energy. They may have also worked in communications, anything got to do with the arts and communications as well. So wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. So Libra, it feels like that your soul was somebody who was very balanced, very fair, and really valued their own integrity and the honesty and loyalty of the people around them. You may have been some sort of a messenger or administrator here, because we have the doves here. So I do feel like that you absolutely, it's very similar to the Libra energy, because this is Libra. So we're staying in the energy of an air sign in this past lifetime, and that's why you mastered this energy as well, I feel. But there was a lesson here about your heart and emotional detachment, and we're going to dig deeper into that energy. So let's look at the power, the past life power to embrace and then to release. So the Emperor, so yes, so we do have somebody that has a lot of authority here. They are a leader, but the Emperor is the person that probably lacks, they have the least amount of empathy as a character in the tarot deck, because they're very stern and matter of fact, and they expect nothing but the best. They expect rules to be followed. They expect their word to be trusted, and they are like the ruler of like the Iron Throne, like, you know, Game of Thrones here. So although the Emperor possesses a lot of wonderful qualities like leadership, discipline, courage, self control, determination, confidence, the ability to speak loudly and clearly, and to navigate and direct people into alliance here. So the positive qualities of a leader is what you're embracing here, and it represents stability and efficiency, taking charge of the situation, ambitious plans. So it feels like you were somebody who was very ambitious in terms of power and status, and a position of authority and a position of influence. In your past life, you may very well have been an emperor, a king, um, and you could as well of maybe maybe your leadership skills in the military or in the army enforcements led you into this emperor, into this leadership role, okay? But with great power comes great responsibility, Libra. And if you lack empathy and compassion and the ability to connect with people on a human heart level, then dictatorship, ruling with an iron fist, being very close minded and extremely driven by power. So you need to understand the status and power is not everything, and that it is okay for you to be powerful, to assert yourself in this lifetime, because with an abuse of power in past lives, that prevents us and fears of our shadow selves, because that's the shadow aspect of ourselves that we have abused in a past life that now we fear being powerful, now we fear asserting ourselves, now we fear taking charge of a situation. That's why Libras are indecisive, and I'm a Libra sun and rising, so it is quite difficult for us to make even the most basic decisions at the best of times, and we do kind of like to go with the status quo a lot, or just go along to agree to have everything in balance. But there is a time when you need to assert yourself, when you need to be a leader, when you need to take charge of the situation of your life. So I would suggest calling in Archangel Michael and asking him to cut the cords that attach you to any past lifetimes where you have abused your power and authority and position and status that harmed not only yourself but other people. Ask him to send healing energies and ask for forgiveness from those souls that you may have hurt in a past life through this negative emperor energy, and release yourself and ask for forgiveness for yourself as well, so that you can step into your full power in this lifetime, so you can embrace the born leader that you are, standing in your integrity, following the rules of the law, and knowing right from wrong, and making decisions that not are only logic based but are also coming from a place of understanding, empathy and compassion. So that's very, very interesting, guys. So let's look at the soul lesson, doubt. So this stems to I release the need to know all the answers. So this absolutely would be the energy of a person who is in authority, but they don't listen to the advice of the people around them. It's their way or the highway, okay? So you may very well have cut out the advice and assistance of other people. You may have cut yourself off from your intuition entirely, because I do feel an emotional detachment here. But I would like to get the book and read this message to ye. So bear with me, guys. Okay, guys, so I grabbed the book there, and the message reads, it's impossible for the human brain to comprehend the mysteries of the universe. You are only consciously aware of the 3 dimensions for a reason, and that is to learn to love within the full awareness of your connection to spirit. Everyone has his or her own personal path to this awareness, and there is no right or wrong answer, as long as your goal is to manifest the energy of love and compassion. The wisdom of the divine trickles into the physical dimension, and some of it will resonate with your soul and some will not. These are your signposts that guide you to your correct spirit, to your correct path. It's the wisdom. If the wisdom resonates with you and seems right, then keep it. If not, release it back to the universe. Always be aware and mindful of the insights that your spirit guides and teachers put on your path. So there was also an influence of an authority figure here that was guiding your path as well. But I do feel like that there might have been a disconnection from your spirit guides, from your angels, and they were very much focused on the physical world here, and that created a void and a self-doubt in yourself, in which you tried to master with ego and control energy. So let's look at the life purpose in this past lifetime. A speaker, and I did say about the communications and your throat chakra energy here as well, because the blue and Archangel Michael. So you might have having issues with your throat chakra, but I do feel like that you came to a place of power here, and you you are very ambitious in this, and maybe you did, there's a positive and negative aspect to the Emperor, and I feel at different times in this past lifetime you embrace that energy of both sides of the coin, the shadow and the light aspects of the Emperor. That made you somebody that people wanted to truly listen to, the people were willing to follow here. So your life purpose involves your skills of orientation. So you learned a lot of good qualities here in your past life about strength and power and influence, and how to kind of gather the masses, how to get a group of people together to fight for a cause, to fight for a reason. And maybe you stepped up into a leadership role to fight for justice, to fight for a cause here, and you rallied the troops. This is like that, all of those famous speeches that we've heard, like across time and space. John F. Kennedy, President John F. Kennedy, Nelson Mandela, Michael Collins here in Ireland, those people who speak out, stand up, raise awareness here. So you may very well have been somebody that was fighting against an authoritative ruler as well. That could be a possibility here, because you were very much aligning with your values, your principles, and using your wisdom and knowledge here to take emotion. Because if there is conflict and countries are at war, communities and things like that, there needs to be a detachment from the emotional side of things so you can think clearly and objectively. So maybe you are a very wise counsel to an emperor here, and you learned a great deal of qualities. So there's a couple of different scenarios. So got to do with public speaking, even as this can even relate to a singer, a performer, an actor. And we still have those energies within us as well, because these are a part of your soul's journey. So you can tap into these beautiful skills of public speaking and using your throat chakra, using your talents to share your wisdom and knowledge. So now let's look at the experience that most affected you in this lifetime. And we have, why is my cards in reverse? So obstacles and challenges, the Five of Swords energy. So yes, there was conflict here, okay? And I do feel like maybe there was power struggles between these two people. This can be a father energy as well, a father figure energy that you always try to live up to their expectations, and you spent your whole life living by their example, but you didn't get the love or the emotion from them. So this is where your mental mind and your negative, the negative aspects, the shadow aspects of yourselves gets in the way of your own energy. So apologies guys, this is actually the Five of Wands, and this is representing a power struggles and challenges, okay? But you cannot be a victim here. You must look at things from all angles and to step back to gain some clarity in how to move forward in a positive way. But you also understand the lessons that and the wisdom that you have gained from this challenging experience, okay? So there was a power struggle here between you and an emperor energy, and this is the power struggle internal. So you lived in a world of conflict, of ego, of power games, and you tried to be the one that showed. And it does remind me of those leaders, those historical speeches that stood up and said, this isn't the way to do it. Let's try and learn from our past mistakes, make better decisions. So strategizing here, so you very well could have been a military leader, or absolutely lived in a time of war and ego and conflict. And this really, really affected your energy, because at the heart of it, Libra, you wanted fairness and justice and balance, and you only ever wanted to align to what was right and to remain in your integrity. You wanted people to think more clearly with their minds and not with their emotions or hate or anger. You wanted them to be intelligent about their decisions and actions, and that's why you spoke out here. So you didn't allow yourself to become a victim, even though you had a lot of self-doubt and a lot of doubt about maybe a cause. You still connected, and you still tried to overcome the challenges that you were faced through an objective mindset here. So what is the experience that most helped you, Libra? Throat chakra. So this makes absolute sense, guys, with the speaker energy and Archangel Michael. So your throat chakra was very active here. This comes from authors, speakers, again, artists, actors, singers, musician, I can't say the word, but irrelevant. You used your voice here to speak up, and I do feel for there is two sides of the coin here, where you try to not allow the energy of power to corrupt you, but there was times when that energy did occur. But overall, I feel that you became like a liberator from a. It's funny because I'm seeing like two different lifetimes. One where you fought against the cause, and one where you fought for a cause. But it was, you were more about the brains than the fighting. So that's what happened in this lifetime. You didn't want the war and the blood and the fighting. You wanted people to be intelligently learning from past lessons, and to make better decisions. And that's why you had a very active throat chakra, so you could speak publicly, so you could motivate people, so you could get your message out there. So what did you learn from these energies? And what I just noticed there is that they're both fives. So these are milestones in your life, okay? When you took a step back from the conflict that was going on around you, from the ego struggle. So maybe early on in life you are part of this, and later on you started thinking differently, changing your approach because you gained some clarity, and maybe you did start listening to your angels and guides, and you stopped doubting yourself, because that was the lesson here. So stepping back from all of the conflict and looking at things more objectively, and then speaking out, was a catalyst of change here. So yes, so you did start listening to your soul, okay? This is the Ace of Wands. So you allowed your soul energy and life force to soar. You started truly listening to your divine guidance here and seeing that following a different path, a different light will be the best way forward for you. So you tapped into what you were really good at. You tapped into your divine purpose. This gave you great courage and strength and determination to be that public speaker, to be that person that stood up and spoke out. So that's very, very beautiful. So here is where you activated your throat chakra. Here is where you decided you didn't want to fight anymore, that you wanted to come from it from a much more intellectual standpoint. So learning to balance your divine guidance, your heart and your head as well. So that's why there was conflicting energies here, but you aligned to your soul, you aligned to your life purpose, you awakened in this energy. So that's very, very beautiful, guys. So let's look at what your life, your soul's essence is in this lifetime. I'm just moving the camera, guys. Okay. So your soul essence in this lifetime, Tree of Gabriel. So this is the Tree of Wands energy, and this represents Sagittarius and Jupiter. So what I feel here is because the spark and the passion that ignited within you in terms of your throat chakra activating and becoming this speaker, becoming this energy of wisdom and sharing the knowledge that you have, that still holds strongly in this lifetime. And you have gone through a lot of, you're going through a lot of expansion and growth when it comes to the connections that you make in this lifetime when it relates to your life purpose and mission. Got to do with communication and the arts, got to do with the legal field, fighting for humanity, fighting for a cause, fighting for the truth, fighting for justice. But again, even like what I'm doing here, creating content, tapping into our past lives, sharing some wisdom and lessons that is going to expand across the globe because I have viewers all over the world, and that is the reach of your soul expansion and growth and the life force energy that you sparked in the past lifetime, your passion for this energy. So it reads, prosperity arising from wise planning, time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. Your ships are coming in. So in this lifetime, because you stood up, because you stepped back from the conflict, the drama, the ego of lower energies, and I feel you stepped into the light here and you mastered the shadow aspects of the Emperor and the King of Swords by connecting to your emotions and your heart. That is expanding here, so we must remember that we cannot self-doubt the guidance, the messages, the inspiration that we are receiving through our thoughts or feelings or dreams, synchronicities in our life. They're all guiding us to broaden horizons, expanding our mind, expanding our consciousness as well. So this lifetime is all about expansion and growth and reaping the rewards for the challenges that you've overcome in your past lifetime here. Excuse me, guys. So now we're going, excuse me, guys. Yeah, the throat chakra could do with some work. So listening to throat chakra meditations, I done one last week, guys, and it was my first time ever doing one. I literally felt lumps coming out of my throat, and I done one earlier today. So if you can just make a humming sound or any type of noise vibration coming from your vocal cord energy, breathing in the activation and power and releasing any negative energy and blocks. Also visualizing blue light in your throat chakra area. Speaking and asserting yourself. If you have something to say, say it. Don't hold things in just for the sake of diplomacy and brushing things under the carpet. And I know all about that, guys. Wearing the colour blue as well. And Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel can help you with your life purpose and mission when it got to do with communication and the arts. So let's look at the soul lesson here. Worry. So Libra, you have doubt in the past lifetime, and now you have worry, okay? So I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So know that your intuition will never point you in the wrong direction. Connecting with your higher self, your soul energy, your spirits and guides. Releasing all your worries, your doubts, your fears about the expansion and growth, because I feel like your soul is evolving so much in this lifetime that you need to release. So the serenity prayer is very important, and releasing control which is hard for us Libras, and we do overthink things. So living in the present moment, doing yoga, doing exercise, doing breathing work, mindfulness, that all helps you to live much more in the present moment, to enjoy the journey, because after all, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, the lessons and the experiences that we are having. So center yourself in the here and now, ground your energy into Mother Earth, exercising, yoga, nature, whatever way you can reconnect your energy to your divine source. And again, don't forget to talk to your angels, your guides, your ancestors, and your past on loved ones when it comes to any decisions in direction and choices that you have to make in following your highest good. So you can always ask your angels to guide you on the path that leads to your highest good and the highest good of everybody else around you. So let's look at the life purpose in this lifetime, energy healing. So here is where we connect with the divine source energy inside of us, with the passion ignited. You learn that you are connected, that you do have courage and strength, that everything that the universe is made of, the earth, the stars, you're also made of that, and you are the co-creator of your life. So you understood and learned the power within you, and that came from overcoming your own physical challenges as well. You had maybe physical challenges in your health in this past life, so you have natural healing abilities here, and we all have the ability to heal, because again we all have and are unlimited powerful beings, okay, with the life force energy inside us. So with clear intention, with studying, so if you feel guided into Reiki, massage therapy, physical therapy, chakra energies, studying it, getting to know it. This is all crystal work as well. This is all a part of energy healing, feng shui as well as another part of energy, where you learn to place the items and navigate the energies. So your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. So let me just grab the book and we're going to read, because I think I have everything in what I've told you there, but just in case there might be another little bit of information here for us. So the message reads, your hands are energetically activated to channel healing to others. Think about how many times you've held your hand over someone's aches or pains, including your own. This instinctive action is so natural to you that you have overlooked or downplayed it. In fact, it's indicative of your spiritual gift of energy healing. Now it's time to steer your energy healing work into professional direction. This may involve taking classes to increase your knowledge and confidence. Most important, those holding the intention to conduct energy healing sessions as a career want you fearlessly and confidently put this intention out into the universe. Your clients will come to you. At first, you may conduct unpaid sessions with friends and family members. Soon, through word of mouth and your continued focused intent, you'll either attract a paid private practice or you'll join a healing center. As you initiate your energy healing work, keep your mind and body cleared by practicing a healthy full lifestyle. As you take excellent care of yourself, your physical and emotional reserves increase. Your high energy is a key ingredient to quickly manifesting your dreams. So that's very beautiful, guys. So you need to release your worries about your power, because this comes back to the Emperor, okay? So do that card cutting about stepping into your own power and abilities and aligning into your leadership role here. So now the last card is going to relate to your higher self's message and guidance as it relates to your journey in this past lifetime that has been highlighted, and in this lifetime also. So I have a new understanding is the card you're getting. So this card relates to the fact that your higher self will tells you that when you transcend back to spirit form, you remember all of the beautiful things about the universe, about energy, about the soul's journey. You understand that in a much more elevated perspective, okay? So there is so many things in this world that us human minds cannot understand, because we have created limitations upon ourselves. But we have to remember here that we are a divine life force, and we are made up of everything that the creator and the universe is made up of. So by tapping into our own power, the power of the universe, we can be whatever we want to be, okay? So there is a lesson that was learned about releasing worry, and that worry is just a waste of energy and time, and that takes away from the joy of the present moment, okay? Because you're living too much in the future when you worry, and when you have doubt, you have too much fear in failure, or not being enough, or not doing enough, not believing in yourself, okay? So this is very beautiful message, guys. So this card also is indicating here about releasing judgment about yourself and other people, and understanding that any emotional pain or physical pain or trauma is a human experience, that your soul can never be hurt or harmed, and that don't waste your time bogged down in judgment of yourself. Have compassion for who you are, for your own soul, and have compassion and understanding for for the other souls in this human experience and in this universe as well. So basically, have fun, enjoy your life, release worry, release fear and doubt. Don't worry about judgment, because you're not casting judgment on anybody else, okay? Everybody has their own path, their own experience, their own lessons, and so do you. So this is the shadow aspects of the King of Michael and the Emperor, to release judgment, and that's what your higher self wants you to know, guys. So Libra, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I hope this reading helped you guys in some way. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Thanks again for helping me reach 2,000 subscribers. Sending you much love and light. Take care.